I just got fired from my job for being sick.
So I got fired because of my TikTok page.
Love my job. I would have never done anything to jeopardize it.
In a most likely never-ending series on this channel, we're going to be taking a look at people who got fired because of their TikToks this week. With how much every generation uses the internet and social media, especially younger people, you would think that they would be more careful deciding what they upload online, but that's just not the case. We have a ton of examples to go over today, along with comments from you guys from previous videos. So if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. But let's start off with a very popular clip recently of an influencer oversharing what she does at her job.
I love my job. I would have never done anything to jeopardize it.
Okay, so this is one of the come to work with me videos without a voiceover, but come to work with me at LAX as a Mac manager, timestamps included. So I'll just have it up on screen, but she goes through everything that she does at work before she ends up getting fired. I thought it was kind of funny that she did have the timestamps all the way up to 11 a.m. when she was inevitably let go from her job, because this is not the first time she made this video. But this is one of the consequences when you take part in a trend and you don't realize you're breaking the rules at your job. You showed your badge, pre-opening times, the amount of money you carry, all security risks. Showing the money might have been an issue, so what did we learn today? And still haven't deleted this video, I'm crying. Probably not the smartest thing to do. What'd you expect? I literally commented last week that I didn't think that this was a smart idea and was told off by a lot of people in the comments. So we'll have the video from the previous week. Basically the exact same thing, oversharing, showing where the money is. I mean, just really not a good idea, but this racks in the views and the engagement, even though again, her job does not allow this. Another one from the comment section, girl, I feel like you're showing us too much, kind of a precursor to what was to happen, and I'm not the only one that thinks this way.
I love my job. I would have never done anything to jeopardize it.
Would never jeopardize your job? I mean, you basically made an infomercial on how to rob the LAX Mac cosmetics store. You showed us what time you pre-open, you showed us your badge, you showed us where the cash is, and you showed us how much cash there is. It sucks to see people lose their jobs because they're so enamored with the idea of being social media famous that they don't even bother to ask their employer if they can film at work. The fact you got fired for this and still posted the video.
I mean, some people will do anything for engagement online. Some of the comments also that she's a manager. Still filming with her box of stuff after she was fired is frying me. That was one of the clips. Come with me to breach security at LAX. She was one step away from telling us her social security number. I mean, I know that I'm laughing and it's still bad that somebody lost their job, but I don't really know what to say. What do you expect? I asked you guys in a previous video, did you know anybody who got fired because of social media? Yes, I fired somebody because of the TikToks that they made. She was making fun of coworkers and customers. I gave her 2 warnings. She really didn't understand why her coworkers wouldn't want to be made fun of. She said it was a joke, but no one thought it was funny. She was only 19 and her father came in and yelled at me. He also didn't see the issue. I almost feel bad for her. She will have to learn the hard way, I guess. Another example of the younger generation that's grown up with the technology more than anybody else, still not understanding that everything online has real world consequences. It doesn't matter if you don't put your full name out to the world, people can still find you.
I got fired today because the president of the company that I work for saw a video of me making a TikTok of my music in the bathroom. I understand that I was in the wrong for recording a video in the restroom, but firing me without any type of warning or anything like that is kind of OD. It's not like I wasn't a hard worker. I'm sweating. They just pulled me off the clock midway through doing what I was doing. Like, it's not like I'm not working. I record when there's not shit else to do, because sometimes we have downtime. There's like not nothing to do.
It's funny that I hear the same type of excuses from all of these people who have gotten fired. Because I specifically remember one that was almost identical. It was some sort of construction worker. They had a little bit of downtime and this guy just started doing TikToks on the job site. Eventually his boss ended up finding out and he got fired for it as well. And then the top comment on this video, how did they even find the video? Again, you really don't know that everything that you put online can be found one way or another. Almost every keystroke that you do on your phone, on Google, anywhere, anywhere is stored in some sort of data, because how do you think that they target ads towards us? And in the same light, that means that they could find out exactly who you are. I did also think it was kind of funny that the first two clips are the opposite sides of what people have been talking about with social media and influencers, that a lot of the women who are trying to be those social media stars right now is kind of the equivalent of that guy that you graduated high school with trying to become a rapper. I mean, I can name a couple of them that tried to do that from my hometown, along with others trying to be influencers as well. But a comment that goes along with this video, the guy who was shocked by digital footprints, baffles me. I graduated from college in the early 2010s and remember being told to watch what you post online because employers will see it. That was more than a decade ago, and social media and online culture is even more ingrained today. We have a clip up on screen of yet another nurse. When you get fired from posting a reel at work and other people didn't, but God still got me, and I'm still an amazing nurse.
Jazzy, I'm gonna need you to sit this one out. See this video? You see it right there? That's a video of you earlier in the year claiming to reconstitute medications by twerking. By twerking. Girl, no, you gotta sit this one out. They should let you go a long time ago. Come on now.
It's actually incredible the amount of clips that I've seen of people getting canned who are nurses. Too many nurses now treat nursing as an aesthetic, not a career. Any nurse who jeopardizes their career or license is not a good nurse. I'm sorry. I really don't understand it, because it's not like you go to school for a year, super easy, and then boom, you just become an RN. It still takes a lot of time and work, and then you throw it all away for a little bit of attention online, because maybe it'll go viral, and at best, you could rack up a couple million views on TikTok. But to be honest, that doesn't really mean much in today's world. You're not going to become a celebrity, and you're not really going to make too much money off of it, maybe a few $1,000s, but that clearly is not enough to survive in today's climate. Now, this next one wasn't specifically fired because of the TikTok, but with this being online for everybody to see right now, this is a picture-perfect example of any future employment being hindered because you wanted to post on social media.
I just got fired from my job for being sick. I got hired on March 7th. Somehow I got sick during my interview and I brought home a virus. Told them I wasn't going to be there. I finally get my training done and I'm in the classroom and I get a stomach bug. This is like a week and a half after I got over the cold. At this point, I'm pissing out my ass. So I told them I can't come to work. I'm on the toilet. After the stomach bug, I caught a cold, a head cold, and I have a fever. Can't go to work. In between all of this, me getting sick, I have 2 kids. My 2 kids are in childcare. If they are sick and can't go because they have vomiting, diarrhea, or a fever, I have to stay home with them. So if I'm getting sick and they're getting sick, we got 3 people circulating all these issues. And yeah, I had to stay home with them quite a few days when I felt okay. I finally get over the head cold and I get a chest cold, which I have right now.
Okay, well, I'm cutting off the video here because it is only halfway done, and it seems like this person has been sick non-stop as soon as they got the job. Huge red flag. Some of the comments, sick all the time, and court hearings sounds like the employer dodged a bullet. I got no warnings, ma'am. You weren't there for them to warn you. So how many days were you actually there? How do you get sick that much? I haven't been sick that many times in 20 years. But again, you ranting about getting fired online, this getting some traction, will probably really hurt any future chances with other employers, because why would they take the chance on you? It doesn't seem like you're reliable, and if there is any drama, you're just going to make a video about it to show the entire world. Not the best look in today's job market. There's other clips that seem like perfect examples of people getting fired in the future as well. When you get robbed of a raise, so you start robbing the company's time. And getting ready, doing makeup while you're on the clock. Posting this for anybody on the entire planet to see. What could go wrong? Even the comment section could be a problem. That's why I spend 8 hours on TikTok during the workday. Slow down, don't let them rush you. Every single thing that needs to be charged, I do it at work, not my electric bill. Made my coffee, breakfast, rounds of hellos, my makeup, you name it. I disappear while I'm supposed to be cleaning. Some of these people have their full names connected to their accounts. Another comment that goes along with it, what'll be really funny, is when half of these people find out that any potential company they apply for won't want them either. And that's what I was just saying, because these companies watch everything you do.
Your employer is spying on you more than ever. In fact, 3/4 of all employers say that they use recordings of calls, emails, or other messages as a factor in performance reviews. 3 out of every 4, that is staggering. Even though they've gotten rid of work from home, they are not getting rid of surveillance. Every second that you spend at work is being tracked. every single keystroke, every single program that you open. These programs take videos and screenshots of what you're doing throughout the day and send them to your employer. All this surveillance is being justified in the name of cost efficiency. The entire goal is to make employees work harder than ever before they're replaced by machines.
So if they're doing this while you're at work, why don't you think that they'll be watching your social media while you're off the clock? And I'm not saying that this is fair, this is completely fine, but it's just the world that we live in today's job market. I know people are overworked and underpaid, but making posts, comments, videos like this online is just a very easy way for the company to cut you. Social media is really rotting all of these people's brains. It's like they have no concept of repercussions. Because I've gone over it before, we have a clip up on screen of a guy showing how he found who this person was, just one single picture at a protest using facial recognition. So if we could just do this from the comfort of our homes or our cell phones, what do you think these giant corporations are doing when they're hiring new employees? Now, another one that's a very hot button issue in the news right now that I feel like I have to touch on, even though I don't talk about politics on any of my channels, is of course all the people who are currently getting fired because they said something about Charlie Kirk online. Now, whether you love or hate the guy, whatever political side you're on, I really don't care, but in the same way we're watching people overshare what they do at work or wasting company time, ranting and talking about work drama online, in the eyes of the company you work for, you are a representation of them. So you saying some pretty crazy things about a public figure, again, for anybody to see, does not paint your employer in a good light. So there are a ton of videos of people getting canned right now. Again, I'm not trying to make this political, you could go watch some other channel for that, but I definitely wouldn't be risking my job in this high cost of living world just to give my own opinion on a already very controversial topic. Another comment from you guys: freedom of speech does not guarantee you safety from freedom of consequences. You have the right to say what you want anywhere you want, but there may be consequences, and you're not protected from that.
This girl, Riley Williams, just got fired from her job out of nowhere for TikTok videos that she had posted that her bosses did not like.
I just got fired.
So somebody had sent her bosses, the higher ups, some of her TikTok videos to which they didn't like, and now she's confused as to why she got fired. Now technically, most jobs have an at-will termination policy, meaning they can fire you over anything except for discrimination, things like gender, race, and religion, or things like retaliation, like if you report the fact that they are doing something illegal. So now Riley's wondering what she's going to do for money and is still confused as to why she got fired, so I went to her profile to kind of check things out to see why. It seems as though she posts a lot of videos with dogs, regular girl content, but the one thing that I've noticed with a lot of her videos is it seems to be that she's doing it from within the office.
And there you go. She was fired for doing TikToks on company time. She was getting paid to work, not to make TikToks. So yeah, she was milking the company for money, and that's why she was fired. And I did look into her channel a little bit more, and she kind of pivoted into being, or at least trying to be, a full-time influencer, which I think you already know my opinion on that, but we'll just move on to the next example.
So I got fired because of my TikTok page. And here's the story time. If you've seen my page before, you know I swear a whole ton. I'm not gonna name drop the company, okay? Because I'm scared. I'm just kidding. Well, so a few weeks ago, I got called into a meeting with HR and my supervisors. So I already didn't fit the ordeal of this company when I started, okay? I don't look like the average person that works in this company. I don't give off the energy of the average person that works in this company, and they knew that when they hired me. Like, think of a clean, aesthetic girly who doesn't use cuss words, and that's that company, okay? They also knew I worked at a bar, and they were totally fine with it. Well, apparently someone, I have a feeling I know who someone is, found my TikTok, and here's where I made the mistake. So the mistake was I made like a day in the life. It was a come to work with me. But here's the thing. You didn't know anything about the company. There's no secrets dropped, nothing like that. It was very simple. It was from my perspective, and it wasn't even like, here's how you do the job.
While she may think that she made no mistakes while making the video, we're about to see in the next example that it doesn't really matter. Along with the extreme example, the first clip we saw, come to work with me at the makeup store, just wildly oversharing, but we can look at some of the comments. Your job could fire you over your social media post if it brings a bad light to the company. 100% grounds for termination. That also goes well with the politics that have been happening recently, but we'll move on to the next one.
This is a PSA to not post day in the life get ready with me, come to work with me when you are really working. I don't care how much you blur it out, there's always going to be a slip up. If you guys know, I post content on here, Instagram, LinkedIn all the time. But I posted a video on here that got me fired. And like many other people, you want to advocate, say, hey, this is what a day in the life of a logistical analyst, procurement, whatever, right? You want to show people ask like, hey, what do you do in your day to day while you're working, to see if your career is something that they want to develop in. And like this video, it was really no different than my other content, except I kind of dived a little bit deeper and obviously too deep, right?
And unfortunately, they lost their job because of it. I don't even understand this generation. Your job should never be content. I don't know what people aren't understanding. It's the people we're interacting with on social media, friends, associates, coworkers, that are plotting and reporting back to the job about what you post on social media. I was fired in December for posting something on Facebook to me that wasn't against HIPAA. Well, it seems like it was, and somebody told your boss about it, and now you have to deal with the consequences. I don't really know what to say, because the first time I made a video in this series, I thought people would start wising up pretty quickly because of how popular TikTok is, but here we are nearing the end of 2025, and it almost seems like these videos are starting to ramp up in quantity. So that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.